about that a little bit. Did you guys find that interesting? Yeah. It's very interesting. These are the foundations of being a good parent. So, takeaways. There are 3 levels of the brain. We talked about that. So if you think of a 3-story building, right? If you, instead of looking at your child and going, what's going on in your head? Think of a 3-story building. First level, basic needs, balance, their temperature, their hunger, their the basic things, them sweating, those types of things. Second layer, now their emotions. Third layer, their sophisticated thinking. Now, all of these parts of the brain, they're 3 individual parts, and they're independent, but what did he say? They can talk to each other in any particular order. Very important. One may speak to the other may speak to the other. They don't do it in a sequential order, even though, you can go back. Even though they are one on top of the other structurally, they actually, because of all of those folds and grooves that we talked about, they can talk to each other very sporadically and completely skip floors, right? So if you're having a conversation with your child, essentially you're trying to figure out which brain is talking to you. That's real, that's real. When you spend $200 an hour to bring them to the psychologist, which I'm fine for you to do, but guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to figure out which brain is talking to me. Accountability. Do you know your eggs? Do you know your eggs? Do you know when your child is hungry? Do you know their patterns? Do you know what they say when they're tired? Do you know how they behave in response to frustration? Do you know how they strategically think when they're challenged? You can tell how a 2-year-old thinks. Put a task in front of a 2-year-old. They'll either walk to it, crawl to it, drag it to themselves. They'll figure out a way of experiencing that environment in their unique way. You have to participate in understanding the design and the makeup of your child's brain.
Okay.
So again, we're into now module 2, I think. We're pushing along. How empowered do you feel now? Do you still feel like social media is the big bad wolf coming to get your child's brain?
No.
Or do you have some information that puts you in the driver's seat?
Yep.
Moderately feeling like you have some power?
Yeah.
Yes or no? You can be honest because I can keep talking. Moderately? Moderate. That's perfect. Okay, so that's essentially what we want to start with, what we wanted to get from this exercise. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about emotions, which is a big thing. I'm sorry, I'm going to back it a little bit. All right, so this circuit is responsible for the emotional regulation of the brain. So it's that, and can anybody help me out? He said, if we were to go in stories, first, second, or third, what story is this?
Second.
You guys are listening. This is the second floor. This is what's happening on the second floor of your child's brain building. In that second floor, you have the hypothalamus, the hippocampus, the fornix, the cingulate, and the neocortex. We'll go down to the next slide. What do those things do? The hypothalamus, that kind of regulates balance, them being able to dance, walk on one foot, skip,
ride a bicycle,
that kind of stuff. The hippocampus, very, very, very important. A lot of your child's memories and emotions are here. So the thing about the hippocampus is, and memory is a little complex. I'm not going to get into all of that. That's a whole section on itself. But you can connect, memories can be connected to an emotion, and emotions can evoke a memory.
Yep, it's very connected, that's true.
Here's the accountability check. When you speak to your child, you are going to create a memory every single time. Every time you open your mouth and you say something, you are going to create a memory. Not maybe, not possibly. This is the information that the social media gurus have. Because when they speak to your child, they're going to purposely create a memory because they understand what the hippocampus does. So, how quickly would we speak if we knew that the end result is going to be in a memory?
Slow to speak.
Slow to speak. It's crazy how this is all biblical, right?
Yes, it is. It's
Very,
amazing.
very crazy. Be slow to speak,
Slow to get angry.
anger,
Yeah.
quick to listen, and creating a memory. How do I flip this into a helpful parenting perspective? What's the benefit of me doing this? I actually want you to remember what I say. I want it to lodge, I want it to become long-term memory, and I want it to be impactful. So if I want it to be impactful, then I need to be very strategic in the way that I do what I do with you. That's one thing, that's the memory side. But it's also responsible for the connecting of the memory and the emotion together. So how I say what I say is critical.
Yep.
Because it's going to evoke it. Have you ever said anything to your child, this is standard in my house. If I come home, we have this long stairs when we get in my house. So a lot of times, we rush in and we run up the stairs, everybody has this. And if I don't manage how I talk while I'm running up that stairs, then what happened? What happened? That'll be the response. So I guess the question essentially is, are you thinking about how you establish your emotional balance in your home before you speak? Do you check yourself emotionally before you project?
Somebody said after.
No. It's true. Be honest. Yes. A lot of the time it's after.
Reactive.
My relationship when he first taught me how to give me a second.
Yes, we all learn. We all learn. But the thing that I'm wanting to drive home is that these two things are very intricately connected, and they're
good
based
memories
on a
and good
stimulus
emotions.
response model, which is what social media obviously is
Using
using as well.
To hook your children.
And then if you take this and you wrap it into what the gentleman said in the video, meaning that you have three layers of brain, you have your basic needs, you have your emotions, and you have your strategic thinking, and then you turn around and you sprinkle a lot of emotion all on top of it. You're very likely to evoke one of those three brains that you didn't intend to evoke. Right? So some people use food, which is a basic need, as a comforter. What do you end up with? A child who's emotionally connected to food.
Not to you.
Well, not necessarily not to you, but they're using something that's addressing a different part of the brain. Emotions are supposed to be addressed in that particular area, but you're using something that's a physical need that you should only be eating based on your need for food.
Right.
And you're connecting it, or giving them treats related to food.
Right.
Right? Those are things that tend to be an issue.
So my mother's responsible for this?
Our mothers are spoiled. My daddy's spoiled too. My daddy spoils me a lot.
It's my mother's
Okay,
fault.
so then we have